Race time. You guys ready? I'm ready. I don't know if everyone else is ready, but I sure am ready. Gotta wait to make sure that the notification goes out. Oh yeah, we're live. Oh yeah, baby. We are live. IRL F1 World Car Round 2 at the Spanish Grand Prix. You guys ready? Because I am ready for some racing. Is Impulse racing? Has Impulse always been racing? Am I just stupid? Is Impulse new? Bro, I don't know what fucking team Impulse is racing for, bro. Oh my gosh. We're getting more people in here, bro. I don't have all my stuff. I gotta update my sheet, a little cheat sheet thing. Novus. Next Gen Racing. And apparently Scarenzi might be joining. Alright, we might be getting another. Okay. Stampso can go fuck himself, bro. Why are we waiting? I'm ready to start. Bro, Scarenzi just needs to give me a name. Okay, Lotus F1. Lotus. Oh, okay. This guy is racing for Lotus, bro. I don't know if we're gonna allow that or not, but I'm just gonna put that in for now. Goodness gracious. I don't know why we're waiting. This is the only division that freaking waits for people. No matter what, we always start on time when it's ready. But apparently... I need to freaking join the VC and tell them to hurry their butts up. I'm taking the hat off. This is the F1 World Car Experience, apparently, guys. Don't join this division. This is terrible. And the more people, that means the more work for me in the future. Alright, Scarenzi's in here. The championship is just gonna go to Scarenzi, bro. Scarenzi's gonna be way too competitive. He's gonna win. We need to put him on freaking full assists. That's the only way to make him not win. I'm so tired. Please, just ready up. Golden Sniper, please tell him to ready up. I'm ready. Why are we waiting? Okay.
Bro, my thing isn't loading.
I'm
That was
ready
not Sunzaka.
to start.
Yeah, we're running up now.
Okay, good boys.
Ready up.
Okay, nigga.
Good luck, guys.
Hey.
Stand still, I
Toasty,
hope
if you
you
say
crash and
one
lose.
word wrong,
I don't know what this stuff is about to say, and I probably don't want to know. Let's be honest. Alright, guys, we're waiting. Spanish GP in Barcelona, Spain, Earth, solar system. Should be a fun one. 8 drivers here today, so what? One less than last week, despite us having 4 new teams, three new teams, 2 new teams, three new teams, three new teams. I don't know. All right, we're getting into qualifying. Okay, race predictions. Scarenzi is going to take pole position. P2 is going to get a Mark. P3, Andrew. And then for, I guess that's qualifying predictions. Race predictions, I think it's going to be the same. I think Scarenzi is going to take the lead by a million miles. Like, Mark is going to be second by a little bit to Andrew, and then I think Andrew's going to get third. And nobody else is in here. Alright, first people to be coming out of the grid will be coming out soon. all my stuff readied up. Alright. Impulse doing a lap on whatever tire. I think inners. Why is he doing a lap on inners? Probably just warming up, getting his wheel ready and set. I would... Oh, I guess that's not him. Rip. Alright, U60 is out. U60 is racing for a team in the F1 World Series. And good little lineups. U60 is for Ace Racing in his green livery. Andrew for Skip Motorsport. Nope, that's Stampso. Andrew for Atlantic Motorsport. Same thing. And that blue livery. We have Max the Messiah. Max. Is Max also new, bro? Max is also new. Okay, I'm gonna freaking punch someone, bro. I have no idea who Max is driving for. I'm gonna be so dead ass. No idea who he's driving for. Let me figure this shit out, bro. No, Max. The fuck is Max racing for? Max the Messiah does not have a fucking team on here. Is that Aussie Man? No, that's not Aussie Man. I don't frickin' know, man. Max is here. I don't know who the frick he's driving for. I'm not giving this information. People are on laps now, so I gotta hurry this up. Impulse driving for... Oh my gosh, I don't know anything about this freaking series anymore. Alright, Impulse driving for Next Gen Racing. Scarenzi for Lotus, but Scarenzi's not on a lap. Lewis is driving for one of the teams. Alright, he freaking Souls needs to update my lineup sheet, bro. I can't keep track of all of this. Lewis is for Scuderia Doge. And then, obviously, Mark Lex is for Taco Bell Racing. U60 sets fastest lap to 13.4. I can set a faster lap than that, U60. So, you should probably go again. Impulse on the enters will come across the line, 17.2. Here is that Lotus livery that I was talking about. Golden Sniper 13.9. Golden Sniper is racing for one of the teams. I don't know anything about this series. Urbatsky F1. Mark Lex goes fastest 13.0. I can set it faster than that, Mark. Go ahead and set another one. I had a 12.9 and a race in a quali. Not a race in a short quali. So you can do better than that, Mark. Alrighty. Who else is on a lap? Andrew is on a lap, probably. We'll go on board with him with his blue livery with shark sponsors posted everywhere. That's a lot of shark sponsors. You must really like shark. Stampso joins. Stampso is racing for Escape Motorsport. Andrew across the line, 13.8. I can set it faster than that. Andrew, you're slow. Lewis in the wall for Scuderia Doge. Max the Messiah, still have no idea who he's racing for. And Scarenzi with the Lotus, about to start his lap, or on a lap. He's on a lap. I need to reach out to Solzy. T3 is here. I know. Apparently, Tier 3 is going to be fun. Apparently I have to commentate that as well. I just have to commentate everything. Alright, Scarenzi is continuing his lap, heading through Sector 2. About ahead through the DRS straight. Oh, that was very close to disqualification, but Scarenzi's a fast driver, so I don't doubt that he would keep it on track. 51 flat will be No, I'm not like sad that I'm doing T3. I'm just saying that I'm being forced to do it just like all the other tiers. But I enjoy commentating, so it's fine. Scranzy, 12.5. I cannot set faster than that. First person to set a lap that I cannot beat. I still have no idea who this frickin' Max Messiah guy is racing for. I need a frickin' retype the souls. Transfer. Who is Max racing for? It's not on. Unless I'm just stupid, but I'm pretty sure I did not see Max. Transfer E60, Lewis Stimson. Yep. So I have no idea who what this team is, but Max is on a lap. Max is pretty fast from what I remember. Sliding himself across. Let's see what he gets. He gets a 52.5. I think Max is going to set a lap that I can beat. Max crossing the line, 14.5. I can 100% beat that. It's probably because he doesn't have a team name. Too much battery left? Yeah, he probably doesn't have a team name. He doesn't have a team name. And that's probably why he set a slow lap. Impulse on another flyer after going on the Inters. See if Impulse can set a lap that I can beat. If you can be beat by a commentator, I think you have an issue. Alright, 51 flat for his Sector 2 time. This is going to be pretty good. I do like his livery, I do have to say. Very clean. That Lotus Racing F1 livery. Alright, 13.6. I can beat that Impulse. So far, one lap has been set that I cannot beat. Mark on another flyer. He said a purple Sector 2. Let's see if Mark can set a time that I can't beat. 12.8. I cannot beat that. So U60 is down. He sets a purple Sector 2. U60 might be in a good lap here. U60, cross the line, 13.1. I can beat that. Impulse on a cooldown. Andrew on a flyer now. Let's see where he can put himself. Purple Sector 2. Apparently people love setting these purple Sector 2s. Continuing on his lap here. How much room is he willing to leave on the table? Andrew, very quick around that corner. In the grass a little bit. He's going to cross that line. 13 flat. I can beat that, Andrew. Come on, man. U60 on a cooldown. Golden Sniper on a flyer, I think, but he's kind of up on time. Golden Sniper is definitely one of the slower drivers in this division. If there's a driver to bet on to not get a podium at all during the F1 World Series calendar, it's going to be Golden Sniper. I do have to say. Heading through Sector 3 now. And into the pits for Golden Sniper, so he bails on his lap. Injury on a cooldown, Scarenzi on a flyer, maybe? We'll see when he crosses the line. He's down 2/10 already. Are we gonna see? Well, gotta say, a lot of criticism. That's what you get from me. That's who I am. Andrew retires in that P3 with a 13 flat. But if a commentator can beat your lap time, I feel like maybe you have some issues. Scarenzi 2/10 down to purple sector 2. A lot of people like this at that purple sector 2, as we discussed. Oh no.
I crashed in the pit lane.
Oh, I thought you just like retired, Andrew.
No, I crashed in the pit lane.
Andrew. Scarenzi sets a 12-4, keeping that provisional pole position. I don't know if Andrew, you still here? Andrew's not still here. Andrew left me. Oh! Max has a team name! Stamp so, fuck you. I don't like men. Actually, I like femboys, but that doesn't count. Max has a team name for Ultima Racing Team. I appreciate you, Max. Alright, who else? Impulse. 3 seconds. 3 seconds down! That's gotta be right. You are a femboy, IDK, what you're on about? I am not a femboy, I wish. Impulse, purple sector 1, looking very nice. Can he set a time faster than a 12-4 to put himself on that pole position? What does team name matter? It matters because it's just like in real F1 where it helps me. Okay, fuck you, Golden. It just helps me like keep everything organized in championship standings. Marcus side, I have every team confused. There's so many teams to keep track of. I'm so sorry. Alright, Impulse setting a time of 12-8, not beating Scarenzi, but he does meet Mark for Sidewinders, not Taco Bell. Toasty is worse than Sam, changed my mind. Hey, Golden? Maybe set a time that's not in the upper 13s, then you can fucking talk trash about me, bro. Hey, Stampso, maybe join the fucking qualifying session, and then you can talk trash about me, bro. Who's Taco Bell Racing then? Okay, hold on. I gotta fucking get my fucking shit together, apparently. I swear there was Taco Bell Racing. Am I just retarded? Yeah, I am. Okay. There was never Taco Bell Racing. That might have been Dan's. I bet that was Dan's. Well, this ain't this environment. Well, ain't this environment out. Words, bro. It was Dan. Yeah, that's probably what I'm getting at. I need to not listen to Dan anymore. This environment isn't healthy. It is very healthy. Impulse into the pits. Does not crash like Andrew did, apparently. Lewis retires in P8. Does not set a lap at all for Scuderia Doge. Max on a flyer now for... What team was he again? I just got told. Ultima Racing Team. Max heading through this Sector 2 now. He has U60 behind him on his out lap. Max very messy over these curves. Can he set a better time? And Golden Sniper. I reckon he can, because Golden Sniper isn't a very good racer. So, anyone can set a better time than him. Into Sector 3 now for Max as he heads through this curve. Flat on the power. Use all your battery, Max. Use the battery. Use the battery. Use the battery. Use the battery. He doesn't use the battery. And into the gravel he goes. U60. He's about to start his lap now. U60 going through this Sector 1. He's going to have a little bit of traffic in front of him of Max. But Max gets out of the way very nicely, very kind. Everyone in this league is very kind. 2/10 down for U60 through that Sector 1. He can keep it up. He will be looking very nice. And he'll be overtaking Andrew in that P4. Andrew crashed in the pits apparently. So, Andrew, maybe practice your pits better. Ever think of that? U60 now up on time. Most likely a restart after qualifying. Why? Okay. Oh! U60 dies in the pits. Actually does not die, but almost. So I can join. You don't get to fucking join Stamso. You don't deserve it. Golden Sniper on a lap now. Can he beat his previous time? Apparently not, because he disqualifies. Maybe you should be here on time, Mr. Jew. You don't deserve a fanboy boyfriend. No! No, please! No! Your game is crashing. Red, not my fault. Golden Sniper does not set a faster time. It finishes qualifying. Impulse on a lap. On a little bit of down on time. So is Mark. Mark will be crossing the line 12.6, putting himself P2. It is now all up to Impulse. Can Impulse find a time better than 12.6, 6.1? If not, he will be starting himself on P3. But if he can, then he can find himself on the front row. Golden Sniper, I'm going to deny your chat. I hope you get your Twitch account banned because of what you said. Can Toasty find himself a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Ever? I have had a girlfriend, Stamso, so lick my balls. Impulse find himself second place. I am sure. That is your qualifying session, unless we are restarting. Which I hope we are not. No? Do not make me sit through another fucking session of fucking qualifying, Stamso. You can start in the back of the fucking grid, boy. Should probably actually take an official screenshot. Lobby restart. Oh, you can set the grid in the lobby. Okay. Never mind. Do not pay attention to my crash out then. Okay, now it fucking goes. Okay. My snipping tool is fucking retarded, bro. That's for sure. I got it. Oh, Andrew got it too. I'm guessing Stamso is just starting in the back of the grid. I take it. Unneeded crash out. You're an unneeded crash out, Golden. received an invite, but I can't do anything about it just yet. First person in the lobby. Oh yeah. Look at me go. Is Souls showing up, or what's going on with that? He's in VC, so I'm gonna assume he is showing up. I have my team names mixed up. That's why I was getting everything so wrong. I didn't fucking look at the thing, bro. I wasn't fucking looking at my thing. So why don't you chill out, Golden Sniper? Yeah, I have, for some reason, I have marked down as Taco Bell Racing. Max, or Lewis as Sidewinders. And then Aussie Man is Scuderia Doge. So, I know it's so wrong. I need to fucking, I don't know why it was so wrong. I'm fixing it. Reverse grid? What do you mean it's reverse grid? Are you just fingering me now? Oh my god. Is Aussie Man like out of the F1 world? Is that what's going on? Or am I just fucking stupid? I'm probably just stupid. Where is his teammate? What team does Aussie Man race for? Does anybody know? Aussie Man is Taco Bell Racing! Aussie Man was Taco Bell. So it wasn't Dan. So it really was just my own things. Reverse grid, Stamso stays at the back. Good boy, Stamso. Ugh. Come on, guys, ready up. I'm getting bored out here. I'm so sunburned. I worked this morning. I was an hour and a half in the sun, and then work just now was an hour out in the sun. And I am on a couple other days I was in the sun. Like Tuesday was 3 hours out in the sun. Saturday was 2 hours. I've been in the sun so much, and I cannot tan at all. I just burn. and I am in pain. So I'm ready to go take a bath in aloe vera. But it won't happen, because I have to go hang out with Andrew after this. My little Pookie Bear Andrew. Jumobile last a DNF incoming promised years ago. Yeah, honestly, not surprised. I'll talk about the grid as the formation lap goes on. But I still don't know the grid, and I probably won't know it for a while. But I can tell you something, Golden Sniper will be in the back. Or I guess in the front because it's reverse. Because Golden Sniper sucks ass. Fuck you, Golden Sniper. I hope you DNF. Just kidding, Golden. Golden, I hope you have a great race. I'm guessing Golden was getting ready to say something mean. He probably just had to delete it all. Although no, Golden would fucking just say it anyways. Can I open up the race director? I can! Haha! Why is Lewis in front? I thought Lewis had like middle points. Oh, is it reverse grid of the qualifying? I bet that's what it is. So maybe that's why Lewis didn't put in a lap, because he wanted to start on pole. Just waiting on everyone to ready themselves up so that we can start this race. This is one of the cleaner divisions that we have here in IRL. I am the head steward for the F1 World division, and so I have yet to have a job to do. Jesus! How the fuck did I'm so fucking dumb, bro. I'm trying to fucking turn my fan off because I'm fucking getting chilly over here. Yeah, so I have very little to do for this division, which is fine. Although I enjoy stewarding. So, you guys fight a lot. Get into some battles. Let me fucking do my stewarding, bro. Just a little bit before we get underway. Alright, grid lining up. Going to be having a formation lap. Alright, so looking at the grid, Lewis, after not sitting a lap, puts himself on pole position for Scuderia Doge. Max, for Ultimate Racing, puts himself P2. Golden Sniper, Hrvatsky Racing F1. I guess Hrvatsky F1, there's no racing. I don't know why I added a racing. We'll start P3. U60 for Ace Racing, P4. Andrew for Atlantic Motorsports, P5. Mark finds himself P6. Driving for Sidewinders, Impulse, P7. There's your strategies. It's probably going to be two-stop. Impulse, driving for Novus Next Gen Racing, P7. Screnzi finds himself P8 for Lotus F1. Solzy, after not qualifying, finds himself P9 for Tim Hortons. And Stamso for Escape Motorsports, find himself in the back of the grid. and the G-Mobile. Definitely an interesting approach here. Lewis, Max, and Golden all speeding through, warming up their tires, but they're going to have some wear on them. U60 leading this backpack. Everyone else here, if you literally see me, I'm going through the grid. Oh, Max got disqualified. Rip. Someone didn't practice their formation lap. I don't think Lewis did either. They're maybe starting with colder tires, but less worn tires. Have to see how all of these strategies come into play. Stipso, the last person to light up on the grid. Oh, I thought they completely misjudged it. And for the second time here in F1 World Racing, we are lined up on the grid, waiting. The 5 red lights will go off. And we are racing here in Barcelona. Lewis is on pole, but Max gets the early jump, putting himself in first. Scarenzi gets the jump on Impulse, and then Impulse finds himself back on Scarenzi. Look at this clean racing, all side by side throughout the grid. Andrew finds himself up on U60. Lewis finds himself back onto that first position. Impulse finds himself even further up the grid, taking the position on Mark, going around the outside. Solzy gets the position off of Stamso after they traded. Golden Sniper up to second after Max drops down. Andrew up into fourth. There's a yellow flag out. I think it's U60 in the back there. Mark is in P5. Solzy P6. Mark and U60 are Impulse in the back now. U60 still back there. Don't know what happened there. Max and Mark are fighting. The two M's. Two different teams completely. There's no correlation there. And that has been such a chaotic first sector. I haven't even had time to turn on all my details. All right, looking at this. Oh, Solzy gets a jump on Bart. I think Stamso got a jump on someone, but Scarenzi and Stamso will be fighting here. We'll go on board with someone. Look at the back of Scarenzi. Solzy down on the place on Mark. Same with Lewis. Lewis and Andrew ghosted. But Andrew up 3 positions to find himself in P2, but he has a little bit of a gap as Lewis finds himself actually back in front, burning all that battery, I think. Probably not, maybe not, I don't know. Mark, 2 positions up. Solzy, 4 positions up, starting P9. Scarenzi, up 2 positions. He is the man to watch. He is the man who got pole position originally. He is the man who will probably win this Grand Prix. Stamso, up 3 positions for the Jumobile. Max, down. Way, way down. Same with U60 and Impulse. Impulse way in the back there, but that's fine. Anything can still happen. There's a lot of racing left to go. Lewis and his ISOer looking at the back of Andrew in the Escape Motorsports. Or not in the Atlantic Motorsports, not the Escapes. That's Stamso. What can Lewis do here? Burning battery with the DRS, but he's not going to get anything. Scarenzi and Solzy fighting. Lewis and Mark fighting up there. Mark gets the position off that. Solzy gets the position off Scarenzi, but Scarenzi's probably not done. Scarenzi's very fast. So much battery to burn. But so does Souls. Who will be the one to burn the most battery? That's going to be what comes down to it here. Andrew, Mark, setting the fastest lap. So many fastest laps. First it was Golden, then Andrew, then Mark. Who else will set a fastest lap? Nobody. Alright, Scarenzi not burning any battery to catch up to Solzy. Solzy burning a lot of battery to catch up to Lewis. Lewis is on very low battery, trying to stay with Mark. Mark is on half battery, staying with Andrew. Andrew, low battery, is catching up to Golden. Golden, low battery, trying to stay ahead. What will happen here? Andrew. Oh, Mark is off track as he spins out into the gravel trap. Losing position to Lewis, Solzy, and Scarenzi. That's not going to be good for him and Stamso. And who's right there? Not Max the Messiah, Stamso is there. I don't know why I thought that Max is also there, but he's down, way, way down. Looking at tires now, what are the strategies? Looks like Golden Sniper's going on the soft tires. Same with Lewis and Solzy. Mark, Max, as Mark gets the position back on Stamso. But will Stamso stick on the inside here? No. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Just side by side racing through this corner. So much action so early on. It's probably going to even out and be one of the most boring races ever after this. But Stamso gets the position after all. Scarenzi and Souls fighting again. Who will come out on top? Scarenzi 70% battery compared to Souls's 60%. Golden Sniper finally loses that first position off of Andrew. That's going to be so unfortunate for him. Lewis looking at the back of these two. What can Lewis do here on these softs? Andrew is going on the longer stint, the harder stint. But the softs are going to wear quicker, so we're probably going to start to see them wear at some point in this race. Scarenzi gets the jump on Lewis, but Lewis is still there. Has the better traction, but cannot find it, and Scarenzi gets up to third. Fighting in the back is Impulse and U60 side by side, but U60 backs out of it. Impulse gets that position very cleanly, very nicely. No issues there. DRS right now. They're all still very bunched together. So it's still anybody's race. Soulsy takes a little bit of a different line. Maybe he's trying to get more traction, get a better exit on the jump for Lewis. Look at that time just tick down though. But Soulsy, I don't know what's happening to Soulsy. I think he just doesn't have the tires for it. He needs to burn more battery, and I think he will be able to catch Lewis. Battery is on. Lewis's battery is on, but he doesn't have as much. So many cars off to the right. Stampso going on the outside and gets the position, and it's going to be on the inside. What can Soulsy do here? He's not going to be able to do anything. He just does not take the position. Mark down to 7th. That's going to be surprising after winning the first race of the year. Andrew breaking that DRS off of Golden Sniper is going to be very nice for him. Scarenzi showing off the medium tires as he makes quick work of Golden Sniper. Not even a question there. Golden Sniper basically just asking for it on that low battery stamp. So on the medium tires, he's going to get a little bit of pressure from both Soulsy and Mark back there. But Stampso is going to be able to stick with it. These mediums really showing their pace right now. Showing how much traction they have. Golden Sniper almost breaking the air. Oh, and Golden Sniper's off track. He's going to jump back on, but he's going to lose all that time. Someone else is also off. That might have been Max. U60 is back in the back, but he's going to keep fighting with Impulse and Max for that position. U60 sliding right into ninth. Max back there on the softs. Impulse on the softs as well. So many softs runners. Stampso and P5. But that gap is slowly draining as he looks at the back of Golden Sniper. What is going to happen here? What moves will be played? Golden Sniper is going to keep his position, but he is all over the back of Lewis. He wants that better traction. He wants to be able to pass him. He's going to burn the battery here, and I think he's going to make it happen. Lewis isn't going to have any defense against that. He's going to lose the position, spins out a little bit, loses the position to Stampso. Soulsy is there as well. Soulsy is going to burn the battery. Will he be able to pass Lewis as well? Is Lewis going to lose 3 positions in that one straight? No, he's not. Because Mark is there. Mark is sticking it on the inside of Souls. Mark is going to get the better traction. He's going to push himself out. Now he's looking in the back of Lewis. Is he going to be the one to make the move? Mark still looking at the back of Lewis. That battery and DRS is active. Stampso getting the jump on Golden Sniper. Golden Sniper down to 4th. The top 3 all medium runners. Scarenzi finding himself back in DRS to Andrew. So that top 3 all medium runners, I think they are kind of showing their pace now. The softs may be wearing down a little bit. Golden Sniper on the inside. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe just bad driving there. Lewis looking at the back of Golden Sniper. What can he do here? That gap is getting bigger and bigger, and Mark's is getting smaller and smaller. Mark is going to stick it on the edge, very close to the edge. He just kept edging and edging on the edge, but does not get a track penalty right now. Lewis, very nice over the curbs. DRS is going to be active here. How much battery is Mark willing to burn to get past Lewis? It's not going to be enough. Lewis is going to keep his position, fighting in the back here as Impulse goes 7th, U60 8th, but Solzy is still there. Solzy gets the position back, keeps his 8th place. And in the back is Max back there. And that very clean, no sponsor livery. Impulse, Solzy, Impulse. As Lewis and Mark go in the pits are going to change. All the orders going to mix up. I think those softs are kind of worn. Can they last them out 2 more laps to make that real 2-stopper count? We'll have to see. Golden Sniper has lost so much time, though. Mark on the hards. What's going to happen there? That's going to be interesting to see. Is Lewis back on softs? I wonder if he's doing a soft hards. I don't know if Mark is doing the opposite, doing a soft hard soft. U60 is expected to gain some positions here as the soft starts to die. You can even see, for a second there at least, that position, that time was counting down. As Andrew loses that position, and that P1 for the first time in a while after he worked so hard to get it from Golden Sniper. But Scarenzi is just the faster driver for that Lotus. I mean, very clean, very nice. Or is Impulse Lotus? No, Scarenzi's Lotus. Oh, Impulse is Lotus. Someone is Lotus. Someone isn't. Scarenzi is Lotus. Yeah, I must be getting that wrong probably. Impulse, your delivery just looks so much similar to that, and so I just assumed. Impulse very off wide. Solzy into the pits now. The third of the soft runners, same with Max. The fourth of the soft runners, Lewis. Still on the softs. Golden Sniper and Impulse fighting a little bit. But Impulse is going to get that position very cleanly, very nicely. Going to burn battery here through this first sector. He's going to cross that line. And it's that second thing. Solzy coming out of the pits. Right behind Mark in that hards Lewis in P7. So he lost nothing and he actually gained a little bit. Max way in the back there, so he did not gain anything whatsoever. That undercut for Lewis must have worked on those softs, but he's going to have to work to make that gap back up to get himself back up there. Scarenzi and Andrew have swapped positions. I missed it. Scarenzi is on the attack, though. What can Scarenzi do on this DRS straight? I think there's going to be a lot of swapping here. U60 gets this position off of Golden. There's someone in the ground. There's Golden Sniper in the mud a little bit there. I don't know exactly what happened there, but yeah, Scarenzi, we're going board with him as he gets the position off of Andrew. That was expected though on that DRS. Andrew probably just saving a little bit. Although Scarenzi has so much more battery than Andrew. Stamps out P3, looking very clean, very nice. Good Sniper find himself in that pit lane. Golden Sniper, what tires will he be pitting to? That is my question. I don't know if it's any of your guys' question, but it's definitely my question. Looks like the hards. He's going to be following the same strat as Mark. And he's going to lose a position to Max. A very big position to Max. As Golden Sniper is still not out of the pits yet. And still not out of the pits. And now he's out of the pits. Very bad for him. Mark looking at the back of Solzy. Solzy on the new mediums, but Mark on the new hards. Who will be the winner of that race? Lewis on the softs. Solzy looking for something around the outside, but can't make it stick. Can't have the speed to make it happen. But he's going to keep looking at the back of Lewis. Is he going to make something happen on this DRS straight? Because Lewis isn't going to have the DRS like Solzy will. That's a little bit of that dirty air coming into play. The DRS is active. Solzy is burning battery, but it's just not going to be enough. Impulse, the last of the first soft runners to be going into the pits here. Scarenzi and Andrew swapping positions once again. Scarenzi and that P2 for Lotus. Enter that P1 for Atlantic Motorsports. Stamso, Escape Motorsport, and that P3 U60 for Ace. U60, I swear, had some other little sponsors on his Halo. They must have all disappeared. Lewis P5, Solzy P6, Mark P7, Impulse comes out P8 on those softs. So it's going to be softs, and then we'll have to see what he gets next on his next pit stop. And Golden Sniper is way back here. I don't know if Golden Sniper maybe had another spin or if he just hasn't had the pace like he wanted. Scorenzi now leads. Andrew. Solzy and Lewis will be swapping. Lewis on these 3-lap old softs while Solzy on the 2-lap old mediums. Top 4 all yet to pit. Andrew almost breaking out of that DRS, but that DRS that he did get is going to help him here. He's going to have to fight really hard to win this if he wants. Otherwise, he's going to find himself with another lackluster performance. U60 in the pits now after 11 laps on this medium. So I wonder if that's an indication for any of these top 3 runners here. Where will U60 come out, though? It's going to be right in the middle of this pack, I think. No, it's not. It's going to be at the end of the pack. So he's going to find himself P9, right behind Max. Way behind Max. Not even right behind, way behind Max. Andrew has finally gone out of the DRS to Scorenzi. So it's going to be an issue for Andrew. If Andrew wants to win this, as I'm yawning. Stamps way back there, Lewis. And Solzy fighting, there's a big tap. I don't think I saw any shards fly off of Solzy's wing there. We'll go and check. I don't think I see anything, but he's going to lose a position as Impulse on these softs is going to eat through the grid, but he's not done yet. Solzy's still there, sticking it, and there's a little bit of a clash there as Impulse goes wide, maybe hits Mark, I think that was, maybe. Mark up in the position, Max back in this fight. Impulse and Mark fighting as they go side by side. Is there going to be more contact here? Are they going to keep it clean as they race? I think they're going to keep it clean. Impulse has just enough traction on that outside. Is going to get the position very clean. But Mark is not going to be done yet as he activates his DRS. But these hards are just not going to have the pace as the softs will. The softs are going to die quicker though. Yeah, Impulse passing Solzy really quickly. And he's going to give a good look at Lewis. These new softs really coming to play as they both go off track. Lewis is spun as there's a crash. Someone hit Lewis. I don't know who that was. Going on. Someone has a broken wing because there was a big crash there. Someone hit Lewis. I don't know who. But there was someone. Someone doesn't have a wing, that's for sure. I don't know who. Unless damage isn't on. Which then, that's something for Andrew to figure out. I don't know who that was. Genuinely. I don't know, but Golden Sniper maybe still in this now. Golden Sniper getting the first penalty of the weekend. Lewis fighting himself way back here. I wonder if nobody did hit him and I was just my imagination. Maybe I just wanted someone to hit him. Max finds himself P8 looking at the back of U60. Are these softs going to come into play? Is he going to be able to make up time to U60? U60 on the new hards, so maybe not. But Max is burning the DRS trying to catch him. Lewis in the pits now after only going 5 laps on those softs. U60 is still going to be the DRS of Impulse, but Impulse is not going to be the DRS of Solzy. So U60 is going to have a good run if he can stay within him throughout the lap and stick it out to the second sector where he can get the DRS and pass him. For the first time in a long time, Golden Sniper is not last. Stamso finding himself very close to Andrew. I wonder if Andrew's struggling on these old mediums now. He's going to get into DRS as they go into the pits. Stamso's going to work and work, trying to catch up to Andrew. It's going to be close, but he does not get a penalty. Neither of them do. Andrew, what is Andrew going to pit to? Andrew's pitting to those hard tires. What is Stamso pitting to? Stamso pitting to nothing. Stamso's pit lane is at the very end. Stamso also pitting to the hard, so they're on the same strategy. Andrew had just a better stop, though, so Andrew's going to get off the line quicker. Stamso is going to be right there, though. Don't count him out of it. Who is going to be right there? Stamso is not able to make anything happen as he goes a little bit deep there on that corner, but Stamso is just going to be able to stick with Andrew for the time being. Mark 2 seconds back, so maybe that undercut not going to be working here. Solzy looking at the back of Mark on these newer, softer compound tires. Impulse looking at the back of all of them, though, on the soft, so I think those are going to wear it out really quickly. U60 in the back there, same with Max, Golden Sniper in the back, and Lewis in the back. Scarenzi, the only person to not come into our pit yet, as he comes into pits. Where is Andrew going to come out in relation to him? It's going to be close. Is he going to have the tires and the pace to catch back up to Scarenzi? And what tire is Scarenzi going to? His pit lane is also at the very end, apparently. I don't know why they like to position their pit lane, or the pit box all the way back there. Looks like the hard tires will be coming on. Where's Andrew? Where's Andrew? Andrew is just now on the pit straight. So Scarenzi timed that perfectly, and he gained even more time off of Andrew, and that gap is even bigger than it used to be. With it being 5.1, maybe 5 flat, 4.8, it just keeps going down. 4.7, 4.6, 4.5, I mean, it just keeps going. 4.5, I think, looks to be about where it averages out. Stamso has found maybe a little bit of pace to Andrew now. Back in that DRS, these two are going to be fighting for that second place. Mark is in 4th place. I thought he would be doing better for the Sidewinders. Solzy still looking at the back of them. It's still anyone's game for this 4th place. Impulse also here. Do not count him out of it on these softs. If he can catch up maybe a little bit and time his pit perfectly, he could be up there. U60 still in the back here on the newer, harder compound, sorry. So he can stick it out for a little longer. Scarenzi, I don't know what happened there, but he's lost his first position. Andrew gets it back. Scarenzi is looking at the back of Stamso now, so he lost both positions. Probably just spun it a little bit. On the main straight now, what's going to happen here? Is Stamso going to get all good? Look at Andrew. The two blue cars, basically inverses of each other, not going to be clashing just yet, but that battle will be coming soon. Scarenzi fighting himself back in the pits? What? Did he take a drive-through, or what was going on there? Finds himself back in P7. I don't know. Max back in the pits onto the hard tires. Probably going to be his last stop for the day. Same with Lewis, who pitted 3 laps earlier. Yeah, so right now, Andrew and Stamso look to be the favorites. Lewis getting the position off from Max. Golden Sniper in 8th place. Best position since the start of the race. I guess lap 4? Lap 2? I don't remember when Andrew overtook him. Stamso and Andrew are still going to be battling here. Stamso having the ERS and DRS advantage. I think it's going to make very quick work of the Atlantic Motorsport of Andrew. Andrew going defensive, but not going to make it. He's going to go back to the racing line as Stamso and Andrew are going to stick together, going too wide. Andrew going a little bit wide. He's going to stick himself on the inside, and he's just not going to have the grip. He's not going to be able to come there. Impulse, looking at the back of Scarenzi now. Impulse is going to have that DRS advantage. The only other person in this race to have that DRS is going to be Andrew right now and Max. And maybe Scarenzi now as he breaks back into the DRS of U60. I don't know where the detection zone is, so is Scarenzi actually going to have DRS here? Or is he not? That's going to be a question. He will have the DRS, so Impulse is going to have even more work to do if he wants to keep up with Scarenzi, but these softs are just not going to have the whole grip that you want, so that's just not going to be the place to do it. Scarenzi now looking to the back of U60. U60 driving for Ace Racing. Stamps is setting fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Where does Andrew want to overtake here? He's going to have 0 battery, really. He's going to go on the inside, making very quick work of that. Screnzi sets fastest lap as he's on the attack. Screnzi gets the position off of U60s. And now looking at Souls. What can Screnzi do here, and what can Souls do to defend? Souls on the 10-lap old mediums, so those are going to be very worn, and Screnzi in the new hards, those are probably going to be all worn in now, ready to be racing speed. So it's going to be a question of who can have the better traction here. Screnzi all over the back. He is switching from side to side to side to side, trying to find the gap to make on Soulsy, who is going to be the faster driver here. The DRS is active. He's going to burn any battery whatsoever. No, he's not. And he's still going to get the position. No, he's not. And Soulsy goes on the defensive, keeping his position, though. But Screnzi isn't done going on the outside. We saw this move earlier. U60 got it done. And Screnzi isn't going to get it done. Is U60 the better driver, maybe? But Screnzi is going to have the DRS and ERS here, so he's going to make very quick work of Souls. And is now going to start looking at the back of Mark. U60 getting the jump on Souls as well. Maybe it's time for Souls to come in for his second pit stop of the day. Stampstone and Andrew still fighting. It is anyone's game here. They are on the same exact strategy, I do believe. So it's just going to be a question of who is going to be the faster driver. They are both very consistent. They both have very equal pace. Mark in third. Probably looking to keep his third. Screnzi looking to catch his teammate in the Tier 1 series, both driving for Red Bull. U60 getting our second penalty. U60 is in 5th place on these 8-lap hold hard. Soulsy looking at that Ace Racing. And I think it's time for Souls to come into his pit soon. Yep, look at that. I called it. So Golden Sniper in P8 with that penalty. Lewis way back there with Max. So is still going to be looking all over Andrew, but Andrew's going to maybe have a little bit more pace through that sector. But Stamso is better at this sector as we watch that time tick down. He's going to have the DRS up here. Is this going to be the move to pass, or he's going to wait to the main straight? He's burning a lot of battery. What is Andrew doing? Andrew's on 40%. Well, Stamso's still on 90%. Andrew's on hot lap, now on medium. I don't know what all that was about. But we're watching them continue to race. I think Stamso will get him back on this main straight. He burns even more battery. As I was saying. DRS active. He's all over the back of Andrew. Can he make it? No, there's not enough track here. He's going to look for it, and he's just going to back out. He could have made that move, but I think it was safer to not make it. Scarenzi makes the jump on Mark. Mark on the 14-lap old hards. I think maybe it's time for Mark to come into the pits. Impulse, 11-lap old softs, so these mediums are probably going to feel really great, and he's going to be able to make really good work of that. Golden Sniper, 12-lap old hards. I wonder when he'll come into the pits. Probably later. U60 looking very nice here as he continues racing. What can he do with this position? Will he be able to catch up to Mark like Scarenzi did, or is he just going to keep his spots? These two still racing for the lead. Still up for grabs for anyone. Stamso burning battery. Andrew's on 59. Scarenzi has all of his battery though, so he's going to be waiting for a big attack. Stamso is going to be not making the move. Does not have the pace into that first quarter to do something about it. E60 and Mark. As Mark goes into the pits, Impulse and Soul swaps positions. Same with Max and Lewis. Lewis is in the grass, trying to wipe away all that grass from his tires. Golden Sniper and Mark coming out very close to each other, but Mark is just going to be back of Golden Sniper, but Golden Sniper does have to pit soon. U60 also has to pit soon. Scarenzi does not have to pit for a while, so does Stamso and Andrew, unless there's a safety car. Lewis into the pits now. Hit lap on hards off. I wonder if he's going to go to the mediums prematurely. Or maybe he's going to try to stick it on these softs. He's going to stick it on softs. That's a bold strategy, but it could work very well in his favor. That's Lewis's third stop, that's why. Finally loses that position to Stamso, as Stamso will now lead the race for the first time in a while. Andrew getting a penalty right now, putting Stamso in the lead for the win, even if Andrew finishes on track ahead of him. There is a lapped car, or almost a lapped car, out on track. I'm sure he's been given blue flags, like relentless. Impulse setting fastest lap with those new mediums. One of the most dangerous jobs in F1 is being that floor cameraman that we just saw. So big props to our cameraman team. Especially the ones that risk their lives and sit right here on the drivers. Scarenzi has made a little bit of time to Andrew and Stamso. So if they stop fighting, they might be able to pull away from him entirely. But I don't think that's ever going to stop happening. I do think they're going to keep fighting. Is Stamso going to get DRS here? No, he's not. So Andrew, despite having zero battery whatsoever, is still maybe going to get the position here. That red flag light goes on. Not red flag, that's my bad. And Andrew gets it very nice, going very deep once again. So I wonder if we get a warning from that. We can actually check. Incidents. Yep, like I said. Nope, no he did not. I read that wrong. I'm autistic. Not yet lapped Lewis yet, still a little bit of time to go, but I think it will happen soon. Stamps are right behind. Scarenzi, P3, fighting a lot of time here and there. U60, P4, Mark, P5, Golden Sniper, P6. But he is looking at the back of Mark. What can Golden Sniper do if he can have the DRS? Impulse, P15. Or P7, not P15. I don't know why I said P15. Wow. Someone's tired, and someone who named it Toasty Oven Bread. Solzy and P8 having a little bit of a rough race today. Max, P9. Lewis, P10. Stamso and Andrew still fighting. Andrew does not have the battery like Stamso does. Stamso's going to get in that position very nice. As Lewis will still continue to not be in lap. Scarenzi is going to keep fighting time. He's going to say, keep fighting, guys. I like when you guys fight. I enjoy getting time on you through every corner. U60 and P4 looking very comfortable there. Do not think he's going to drop out of that. Same with maybe Mark. Golden Sniper is losing his position to Impulse now as Impulse flies by. Solzy is way back here. Same with Max and same with Lewis. Stamso, Andrew, Scarenzi, and U60, and Golden Sniper all have to pit soon unless Golden Sniper is going to try to make that one stop work, but he will have a long ways to go still. So I think it would be smart if Golden Sniper pit soon. Same with the top four. They all need to come in for their second pit stop. Unless they're going to try to go for something ballsy and go for the one stop, but I don't think the one stop really ever works here. Scarenzi has found even more time. It's just a matter of time until he slips back into the DRS of the three and gets that first place. Solzy and Golden Sniper fighting a little bit. Golden Sniper into the pits. Impulse getting fastest lap of the race. Thanks, Impulse. Lewis way back here. Same. Is this Golden Sniper's fourth pit? Oh, this is only second. Okay. Oh, that would have been Lewis's. I was thinking about Lewis. Lewis and Gordon are basically the same person, so. Golden Sniper coming out behind Max, but in front of Lewis, so gonna be holding P9 for the foreseeable future. Andrew and Stamso still fighting. Andrew's gonna go wide, going into the gravel. He's gonna lose a bunch of time. And Scarenzi's just going to eat that up. Scarenzi is in DRS now. And Andrew's almost not in DRS. Oh no, what's going to happen here? Andrew finds himself back in DRS though, so no issues from his end. Scarenzi found himself out of DRS, so there is issues from his end. Max the penalty. He's our fourth person to get a penalty in this race. Golden Sniper looking in the back of Max. What can Golden Sniper do here for Herbatzi Racing, or Herbatzi F1, sorry. And then Max for Ultima. That battery is going to be burned. The little fake move there. Barely giving out enough space, but I don't think it matters. Golden Sniper gets that move clean and done. Andrew found himself overtaken by Scarenzi, so Andrew's in P3 now. He was probably going to stay in P3 because of that penalty. That's why you don't get penalty, kids. I think Andrew lost the back there a little bit. Maybe it's time to go in for a pit stop, Andrew. Go into the softs. Make those softs work, man. The one stop isn't it. Same with U60. And maybe Max. Lewis probably would not need to pit. Scarenzi finds himself back in the lead of the race for the first time in ages. So he's going to be happy about that one. Andrew does not find himself in the pits. I think he's going for a one stop. That's stupid. Don't do that, Andrew. I bet U60 is going to get a tire. Or a puncture, not a tire. I'm stupid. He's going to get a tire puncture. I bet $5 redos that happens. We'll keep watching him. See what happens. But everyone else looking very comfortable in their spots. That's the issue about such a small grid, is that once they start to get a little paced out, it usually isn't a lot of action. But he does give us the time to show off the liveries that they spent so long and hard making. Golden Sniper is very nice. Dude, I swear I'm losing fucking decals as the race goes on. I swear, like, everybody had decals, and now it's like 4 people, bro. Whatever. Does U60 have a puncture yet? Does not look like it. Mark's there. Mark is ready for the overtake to find himself in P4. It's going to be a game of nursing these tires to the end at this point, especially for U60, who's on 19 lap old tires. I think that's the puncture. I think that's what... Oh, no, never mind. Yellow flag for Lewis. I don't know what Lewis is doing. Lewis... jerking off back there. That's what he's doing. U60 is going to burn the battery. Is he going to try to stick with Mark and maybe get their repass? I think he is. That's a dumb idea. You got to get your tires to the end, U60. 2 more laps of racing left. As it looks, Guernsey will be winning, stamps a P2, and Andrew will be finishing off our podium. Mark will get a P4 finish. U60 will get P5 on the 1 stop. Impulse P6, Solzy P7, Golden Sniper P8, Max P9, and Lewis P10. I am just waiting and watching for U60 to get the puncture, but Impulse back in that DRS, so he's probably gonna lose a position to Impulse as well, unless Impulse makes some sort of catastrophic mistake. Because those old tires are just not having the same pace that they once did, U60. That's why you gotta pit. It's the point of pits and pit stops, to get better tires. But we start the final lap of the race. Guernsey still leads. Stamso's P2, Andrew P3, Mark P4, U60 P5, defending from Impulse in P6, but is Impulse going to get in position here? On the inside, yes he is. U60 is not even going to put up any fight there. He knows he loses it either way with that penalty. Solzy in P7, I think he might be trying to catch up to U60 in the last couple of seconds. Golden Sniper P8, Max P9, Lewis P10. Hiccups. U60 just has half a lap left to go before he is done with this race. He has been very nursant on these tires. And for his first race here in the F1 World Series, it's been a roller coaster of emotions for Guernsey, starting in the back, making his way up to the front, making his way to the back, and then up to the front again. The checkered flag raises for him, and Guernsey will win the Spanish GP. Stamso follows in, not far behind, getting his second place finish in the series. Andrew takes a P3 for the second time. Mark finds himself P4 after a win last week to take home decent points. Impulse finds himself P5 as he crosses the line. U60 with the 1 stop, P6. Solzy P7 as he will cross the line very shortly. Golden Sniper still in Sector 3 as he will be crossing one of the final corners. He's going to have a little bit of traction issues there as he crosses. Not using any of that Apex owner of his tires are also feeling it, even though they're not that old. And he will cross the line, taking home a P8 finish. Lewis got lapped, so he'll take home P10. And Max will be our last car on grid to take home a lovely P9. That has been your F1 World Spanish GP. Forgot words there. Like I said, Scarenzi takes home first win, maiden race. Stamso finds himself P2 and Anju P3. Very similar podium to last week, just the winner has changed. Scarenzi almost clean sweep of the board. Race winner, drive of the day, most overtakes, cleanest driver, but it's not get fastest lap, as Impulse got fastest lap. Very nice for Impulse. Those are your standings. So very nice for Scarenzi, very good drive for him. In general, overall, a very clean race, looking very clean, very nice for everyone. I do thank you all for showing up for this Spanish GP. I will be back here on Saturday for Tier 2. I am your host, Toasty. I wish you all a good